So I'm going to try to break down the realizations that I had this morning while reading my book, one of the internal family systems books. So as I was sitting there and getting comfortable and relaxed, I was having these remembrances of being a little girl, like maybe 5 years old. And whenever my mom was around, I would latch onto her. And I just wanted her to love me, and I wanted her to be consistent with me because she was inconsistent. It wasn't a predictable relationship. I never really knew what I was going to get. I would get this like really loving, playful, fun, creative mom, and then I would get this cold and distant mom. So then when she wasn't around, I would cry and I would feel anxious and I would just want to be with her. And it got to the point where I used to fake I was sick at school so I could go home. And that created an exiled part of me, so a burdened part with pain, a hurt, sad little girl who felt anxious, and it created anxious, ambivalent attachment style. So then with my dad, it felt like and it seemed like he didn't really care about what I was interested in. And the only time I would bond with him was when I tried to understand the things he liked and participate in the things he was doing, like woodworking, building shit, car stuff, gaming, hunting, shooting things, like targets and stuff. And like I would try to talk about things I liked and write music and try to share it with him. And I would ask him to, put me in piano lessons. When I was a kid, I wanted to learn piano and I wanted to do a lot with music and acting and film. And it was basically just always shut down. So it created some kind of like avoidant energy. So it was a disorganized attachment where it would be hot and cold. I would have anxiousness and avoidance. So I created protective parts of me that would try to manage and control things. And this led to firefighter parts. These are parts that will soothe you and distract you and do whatever it takes so you don't feel that pain. So I realized all these things I've done throughout my life to not feel that pain. And I've come a long way. It's just like, whoa. So the more you can build that inner trust and safety, the more you can reach those exiled parts and let them be what they always wanted to be. That's the revision work. And forgiving, even when it's fucking hard. Because my parents they have exiled parts. They have protector parts. They have their own wounding and pain and trauma and all the stuff. And you know what? I see where I took that into my own parenting, and that's why I started crying because I've had moments with my own children where I would feel like a child or I would feel all kinds of things and it was parts of me, not my true self. So it's quite the fucking thing. And when we begin to understand this, we realize why we chose the partners we chose, why we did the things that we did, why we acted the ways we did, all the things. It's all rooted in our trauma. It's all rooted in all the things I just said. Everyone's experience is different though, because some parents were cold and very neglectful, very critical, very judgmental, absent. There's all kinds of different things. So that's just kind of what happened. I've been really healing myself a lot over the past, now since 2018. I really dove deep, and I don't see myself coming from my wounding as much anymore.